The Bro Games 97 here, and this morning we got you guys another vlog. And this is going to be a different kind of vlog, because I'm not going to show off a new game system that I just picked up, or like the controllers of any games, or the games that my potential collection of it. It's kind of like that, but this is kind of going to be like a review episode of my favorite PlayStation 4 games that I have picked up. By the way, Killzone, no, it's not in there. Just gonna say that right now. But yeah, so I'm going to start with my third favorite, which is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I really think this was such a fun game. I mean, being Spider-Man, Spider-Man has always been a part of my gaming childhood. Every single one, I have them all. Spider-Man for the... I only got the very first one for the PlayStation 1 and then 64, but, I have it for PlayStation 1, don't have an N64 yet, but, yeah, I never got into that. I never got that one because my brother grew up, and he still does to this day. He still hates PlayStation, so I never got a chance to get my hands on it until now, but... So I just got into that one, and I'm in love with that game. And this game really brought back the memory of Spider-Man 3. We all know how awful that movie was. We all know. But the game was a masterpiece, I thought. It was superior to the second one for the Xbox and the PlayStation 2 and the GameCube, if I'm not mistaken. But, Beanox and Activision, they did such a good job with this game, and I'm really eager to see what they do next. I'm eager to see if they're actually going to do a Venom game when the Venom movie hits theaters, or at least trailers hit the web. Oh my gosh, that would be so cool, because Sony has announced Venom for a while, before Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out. And Amazing Spider-Man 2 was supposed to do really, really good, but it didn't do as well as they hoped. So I don't know if they're bringing that plan back, or if they're just delaying it, maybe. But anyway, Amazing Spider-Man 2 really brought back the memories of being Spider-Man and just having so much fun, just collecting just beating up bad guys, collecting comic book pages, and even going to the comic stand just to check out what you've collected. It's just so satisfying. It really brings you back to your childhood, I think, just with a better graphic system. Even though the graphic system really, it didn't act. I'm going to say this now. The reason why next gen, this one is number 3 on my favorite. Well, the graphic system did not act like a graphic system for a next-gen game. It didn't, at all. The graphic system was a bit sloppy, and, the cinematics, they were okay, but, they were still sloppy. They could have done a better job with the graphic system. But, overall, still, my third favorite PlayStation 4 game that I have, and it's so much fun. Alright. The next one is Watch Dogs, and you may see this little pre-owned thing here because I got it at GameStop, but I just finished this game last night. I was going to just do a review about this one, but I knew if I did a review on this one, it would be so short. But this game, wow. That game, it was an incredible experience all the way through. Of course it was challenging at first for me, because I'm not the kind of guy who likes to plan things out in games. I'm just the guy who likes to charge in and just, huzzah everywhere and just start shooting people all over the place. That's me. and you really have to think. Really have to think your way through. Oh, here's my buddy. Here's my buddy Toby. Hey, dude. What's up? Hey. Yeah, this is my dog. But it really made me remember the games back in the old days where they actually used to have like good puzzles. I mean, Watch Dogs, they had amazing puzzles. It was fantastic. They were challenging, but not too challenging where you just couldn't even think through it, and you just gave up right away. It took me maybe a good 10 minutes to sometimes figure out some puzzles, but what are you doing? What are you doing? What? You know, this part of the couch is for sitting, not this. Your legs aren't hanging off either. But the puzzles were fun, and the story was bat crap amazing. It was so intense, especially at the end. I want to make this video a spoiler alert so bad, but I don't want to at the same time, because I want you guys to find out for yourself. Those of you who don't have Watch Dogs, this is a definite must buy. It's a very fun game, and the crimes and the fixers the crimes and the fixer contracts, and and the criminal convoys and the gang hideouts, they're endless. So you always have something to do, and definite must buy. And now my favorite PS4 game that I own, which is probably what I'm going to talk most about, is Infamous Second Son, and it's the limited edition. So it comes with the it's right here. It's the since it's the limited edition, it comes with like the bonus content, which is the Cole's Legacy thing, and it's really and I played through it like 5 times because it's such a fun game. Ugh, sorry, my nose is a little runny, but I played through that thing 5 times, and it's the first game ever. And I know this is sad, but it's the first game that I've ever beaten on an expert level difficulty. Yep, not even Guitar Hero. I was a boss at Guitar Hero, but I mean, like, I couldn't even beat that on an expert. I mean, I'm just so damn impressed with myself. Really. Wow. But, I mean, that even bigger news about that game, First Light just came out today, I believe. And I'm definitely going to pick that up on PlayStation Store today. And, oh my gosh, I love Infamous Second Son, and I'm really excited to see what they have in line for old Fetch. For those of you who don't know, First Light, the DLC that came out, I believe today. Stop it. I believe that came out today. Is the main character for this one is going to be Abigail Fetch, Abigail Fetch, or Fetch Walker, which is her nickname that she called herself. And it's about how she broke out from, I don't even know what it's about, but I'm just so excited to start playing. But all I know for sure is that it's about Fetch. That's all I know, and I'm really eager to learn more. Oh my gosh! But all of these games, they all have memorable things about them. I mean, Spider-Man, for example. These all had so many good characters in them, and I mean, the reason why I like this game a little bit more than the game a little bit better than the movie, is because Electro. Electro really did. I mean, he didn't have that much of a role in this game as he did in the movie, but he did a lot better than Jamie Foxx. No offense to Jamie Foxx, you were still a good actor, but I mean, Electro, I don't think was your strong suit. I mean, the movie was still good overall, but I mean, Electro, he wasn't my favorite Spider-Man villain. Dane DeHaan in that movie, oh my gosh, he was amazing as the Green Goblin. Not going to lie. Oh. And there are so many other great, memorable characters in there, like the Kingpin, who's in every Spider-Man game except for the very first one, and the first one with Tobey Maguire, and the second one. But yeah, I think he's in every other Spider-Man game. I don't even remember if he was in Ultimate Spider-Man. I have, like, every single Spider-Man game, like, that was ever made now. Yeah, Spider-Man, definitely a big part of my childhood. Now, Spider-Man, they had so many memorable characters in the storyline. Green Goblin, Electro was actually memorable in the story. Wilson Fisk, the Black Cat, and Kraven. Okay, I just decided this is going to be a spoilers. This is going to be a spoilers episode. Black Cat was so charming, and the way that they pulled off Kraven in that, just to make him seem like he was a good guy, that was amazing. I really enjoyed how they really thought that they were working together in the beginning, but then Kraven, he decided that, you know, he didn't want to be, it turns out that, like, a little bit that he was throwing Spider-Man under the bus, and he was just learning about Spider-Man, so it would be easier to take him down, pretty much. And Carnage, having Cletus Cassidy in that game, finally, after the very first Spider-Man game, or if I'm missing, if he was in another one, but I don't quite remember if he was in another one, but just let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But yeah, Cletus Cassidy in that game was very well done. Cletus Cassidy, or Carnage. But yeah, it's all that. Watch Dogs, memorable puzzles, memorable characters, a pretty sophisticated combat system that takes a while to get, but I mean, it makes you think. I mean, like, this is a game that makes you think, and that's what I like about that. It's like a strategy RPG, except, like, with, like, a third-person shooter combat system. Jeez, my nose is running like crazy. Yeah, it makes you think. That's what makes it a must buy. The memorable characters and the fun collectibles and the free roaming RPG stuff in Spider-Man 2, Amazing Spider-Man 2, makes that a must buy. And now Infamous Second Son, if you have a PlayStation 4, because it's only on PlayStation 4, not on PlayStation 3, not on Xbox 360 or Xbox One, just PlayStation 4, you need to buy Infamous Second Son. It is a crown gem. It's beautifully done. The story was amazing. The powers that you get are so great. I mean, all of them. I mean, I still can't even decide one one's my favorite because they're all so much fun to use. They all have unique talents for different types of ways to travel, to combat, to travel across the map, to use against people in combat, to even climb up buildings, you know. But that it's all beautifully done. Watch Dogs, I mean, I'm going back and forth with these, but Watch Dogs, the story in that was just beautifully done, I thought, and Ubisoft, they outdid themselves with the storyline. I was so sad when, this spoilers episode, remember, when Clara was paying her respects to Lena in the end of it. I was so sad. She got shot like 500 times. I was so sad about that. The Infamous, Watch Dogs, and Amazing Spider-Man 2, they're all my favorites. And it looks like we're about running out of time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to please rate, comment, and subscribe. And when this gets up on YouTube, enjoy. The Bro Games 97 out.